Hello and all, what? I am back with Bionicle Heroes. Even though I already beaten this game. Well, here's the thing though. Even though we have beaten Visa once and for all, we still have a couple of things to show off. First off, the Piraka Playground. In the Piraka Playground, pretty much you unlock the Piraka Playground once you've defeated your first Piraka. And from here, you can pretty much encounter every single one of them. And yes, you can shoot them, get a little interaction from them, but of course, by opening these boxes, we unlock special interactions for them, for the Pirakas to partake in. Of course, this area is not the entirety of the Piraka Playground. But of course, the reason why I'm deciding to do this part is to show off a bit of the funny moments. Because you do get special interactions, and they're the exact same for each and every Piraka. And by the way, yes, every single one of the Pirakas is here, except for Vizon. Vizon does not show up here. So let's get started. Back up. Honk the horn. And we have Raydak. Raydak. Building a sand castle. Yeah, something like that. Alrighty. Let's honk this horn, see who shows up. Oh, Zaktan's showing up. Zaktan and Raydak. Yeah, certain interactions do require two people. Ugh. And Raydak lost his legs. Gotta keep their legs going. And Raydak. I mean, come on, Raydak. Say. By the way, I'm not sure if it's random for which Piraka performs the event or not. I like to say it is, but because I think I have, because there was an instance where like somebody else was doing this. See, this is one thing about the Lego games that I like. It's their sense of humor. It's like with older Lego games, like then again with Lego games as a whole, now I think about it, they tend to like play things straight. Though it's if it's a licensed like game, but at the same time have their own little fun with it. And again, Raydak. But at least we have Vizok this time around, and god damn, those guns are huge. Shooting range. Oh! Hit him with the barrel of the gun. By the way, interestingly enough, when Traveler's Tales are developing the game. Oh, we got Vizok. They tend to do their research when designing areas and shit. Like when designing stuff like that boat, they actually like try and recreate that using Lego, and oh my god. Yep. And of course, Vizon realizes that he's made of metal, and therefore he sinks, even when on a boat. There's AVAC. Hi, AVAC. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is random or if it's specific for each Piraka. But they are nifty though. It ain't easy being evil. Even villains need to relax. Oh! Yep. Oh shit. What happened to my rocket? Anyway, so that's one area. Alright, next step. We are ourselves a DJ booth. Let's sell some disco. Alright, that's one. And yes, the area will constantly change between day and night, which is pretty nifty. Nifty. Oh my god. Yes, when you see the character icon that you need, you can immediately switch to that character by pressing the Y button on a GameCube controller. I don't know what it is on like other controllers. Alrighty, so we got everything set up here. Let's go for some Piraka. Any takers? We have Thok and Vizok. DJ Thok in the house. Did you know that Thok is a professional DJ? Apparently. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about Bionicle lore, but I am accepting this as canon. That Thok is indeed a DJ. Yeah, you can guess the Pirakas are pretty much like a dysfunctional group of misfits. They don't seem to get along with one another. Hi, Thok. Anyone else? Vizok and Zaktan. Well enough, I actually tend to forget a lot of the names in the Bionicle series. Like, there's a lot of names that I don't fucking remember. Like, don't try and ask me what are the names of each and individual Vaki. Meanwhile, Zaktan's also a bartender. And a very shitty bartender. Ding dong. Anybody? Yet again, fuck. Zektan. And Vizok. All exercising. I was surprised that Vizok's arms don't fall off from that. Did I miss one? Still have not seen anything from Hakan. Where did the tail physics go? Nice. Still have not seen anything from Hakan. What, does Hakan just not like fun? I see another box. Oh, I did forget something. It's a motorboat. There's Hakan. Or is that AVAC? Nope, it's AVAC. AVAC just really does not like fun. Bye. By the way, hopefully you all had a happy new year. I'm gonna say this, my thoughts on 2018 is like, man, 2018 was just a complete and total mess of a year. And AVAC fell asleep. Wow, he got so bored of my talking. It's like, damn. It's like, is my chat very that boring? Is my commentary not up for your standards, good sir? Answer me. And yes, what you are hearing is a remix of the main theme of Bionicle Heroes. Bionicle. And I forgot another box. Alright, let's call for somebody else. Please let it be Hakan. It's Radak. Apparently Radak is also a DJ. He's got the DJ goggles and everything. Like pretty much everything that you see here can indeed fact be made using actual Legos, if you have the pieces to do so. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything in the Piraka playground. Unless I'm missing something. I feel like there's supposed to be something here. Or we can just watch the sun set and rise. But there's still one other thing I'd like to show off. But of course we can't do that since we haven't unlocked these. At least not on this save. If I were to head back to the main game, load. Yes, I have a 100% completion save file on standby. So, make our way back to the Piraka playground. And by the way, you're probably wondering why am I not editing out all these load times. Is because I do not have an editing program. Yeah, sacre bleu! I do not have the editing program. Yeah, apparently the editing program that I was using stopped working on me. I'm not making that up. Yeah, nothing else there. But yeah, I do have indeed every single level in this save file. See, we have Secret Chamber 2, Secret Chamber 3, and Secret Chamber 1. For each and every one of these, you have to... They're pretty much like a gauntlet level, where you have to pretty much fight a specific amount of enemies. For example, Secret Chamber 1 has you fighting against the Borak. Pretty much your objective is to kill as many Borak within the time limit. Now, of course, I find to be the most effective way is to just switch to Naparu and just Thanos all of them. Make them all not feel so good. Like so. And yes, you get rewarded with money for doing this. Which, if you've 100% of the game like me, is worthless at this point. Like, look at all this. Like, watch as the frame rates just chug. And yes, you can enter hero mode. Like, look at all this. Like, when you're in hero mode, just look at this. This is just freaking pathetic. Like, I feel bad for the Boraks. Like, they are like the freaking grunts of this game. It's like they come in so much numbers, and they go down so easily. Even though I got, like, the Visorak were more like the grunts than these guys were. Look at that. 164. 100% completion. So yeah, that's pretty much what the different secret chambers are. They're pretty much just gauntlet levels, where you're just meant to go in and just see how many enemies you can kill within the time limit. They're good for like getting certain achievements in this game, but Other than that, they don't really serve much. But yeah, that ends Bionicle Heroes. I have shown off practically everything that this game has to offer. So as I stare into the vast open sea, I will give my final thoughts on Bionicle Heroes. I like it. It's, out of all the Bionicle games that I've played, which is not that many, this one is probably my favorite. Yes, I like it more than the Matanui Online game, but that's because, to me at least, I found the Matanui Online game to be boring. And that's one thing, like, I think a lot of people who praise the Matanui Online game tend to forget that it's not meant for everyone. And that's when I can definitely say with the Lego games. They're not going to be meant for everyone. They're more meant for, like children. So, like, if you have, like, a niece, nephew, daughter, son, and you just so happen to have, like, a Nintendo Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, or how the consoles that this game was originally released on, like a GameCube, PS2, or an Xbox original, yeah, I definitely say go ahead and get this game. Go right ahead, because you sure as hell ain't seeing a re-release from this, that's for sure. So, I like the idea of being able to utilize each and every single Toa's abilities. I like the soundtrack. I think the visuals for a GameCube title, because I can't really say much about the other versions, looks pretty good. It's not bad, but it still looks good. But when compared to something like, say, Sonic Adventure 2, Mario Sunshine, or Luigi's Mansion, which is a launch title, mind you, or even Digimon Rumble Arena 2, this game just doesn't compare. But still, I'd recommend if you're either a fan of Bionicle, a fan of Lego as a whole, or if you have young children and you want to get them some sort of rando retro game, go right ahead. Like, this game isn't too hard. And really, out of all the shooter games out there, this one is the most tame out of all of them. After all, it's freaking Lego. My one gripe with Bionicle Heroes is how each of the characters use a similar, like each of the characters, like, use the same model, but it's that the head and the weapon they use are different. Even though if you've seen or actually have the actual sets like I do, you would notice that there are a couple of visual differences, be it in the feet or something else. By the way, this is another thing that I like about Bionicle Heroes. It's the idle animations. I like the weapon designs. I like how they, for the most part, stayed true to what they're based on. Although, in the case of Huki's weapons, I don't know what the hell they were going for. But considering, like, what kind of weapon did Pahatu have other than his feet and his claws? In the case of Nuva Pahatu, nothing. In fact, Pahatu wouldn't gain legitimate weapons until either, I think, I'd like to say the Fatanka line. Well, then again, with the Fatanka, he just had, like, spinning blades, like helicopter blades. You can't really count those as weapons. Not even counting the little, like, predator cannon that he has on his shoulder. Hence why I called it a predator cannon. But I'd like to say the first time Pahatu ever got a weapon was actually in Gen 2. He had freaking boomerangs, which is better than nothing. I mean, because, like, think about it. G1, what kind of weapon did Pahatu really have that was of actual use? That, and I feel like the boomerangs fit Pahatu's character more. than the freaking foot things. But anyway, back to the subject. Now this probably stems from how I feel about the shooter genre of games nowadays. I don't really find the shooter genre to be all that appealing nowadays. In fact, I find them to be pretty repetitive. But don't long play this game. What advice? Do not long play this game whatsoever. As for 100% completion, as mentioned before, when going back to this game, when playing the newer LEGO games, it's like night and day. It's like this isn't my go-to LEGO game. I'd still take LEGO Jurassic World over this. Just because mechanically, from a gameplay standpoint, I think Jurassic World does a lot of things better. In fact, LEGO Jurassic World was the first legitimate game I've 100%ed. Yes, I've 100%ed LEGO Jurassic World. And this game, of course. But even so, 100%ing this game wasn't all that hard, especially when compared to other games in other LEGO games. Fuck off! LEGO Star Wars. And Mario Sunshine. But still, so yeah, that pretty much wraps up my thoughts for Bionicle Heroes. I find this to be pretty underrated, and honestly, I would have preferred if Bionicle Heroes was more like a Devil May Cry, God of War style of game, where like you could only play as each of the Toas, but each one had like their own combos and shit. As opposed to the more Resident Evil 4 style third-person shooter kind of thing. But I think it is understandable why they went the third-person shooter route. Because again, Resident Evil 4 was released around that time. And of course, it had the over-the-shoulders third-person angle kind of thing. But yeah. As for the next Let's Play, the next playthrough I'm going to do is Godzilla Unleashed. Yes, I'm going to be tackling a Wii title next time around. And hopefully there's a brightness setting for that damn thing. So I could change the freaking brightness, because fuck. Like, this shit comes off terribly on my camera. Keep in mind, this isn't the same camera that I used to record the older Let's Plays on. This is a different camera, so there's that. But yeah, the next LP is going to be Godzilla Unleashed for the Wii, in commemoration for the upcoming Godzilla King of the Monsters. And honestly, I'm looking forward to LPing Godzilla Unleashed. It's my favorite of the Godzilla games, and even though I haven't played that game in years, perhaps doing a playthrough might refresh a couple of things, might, of course, give me some memories as to how the game plays. So yeah, next playthrough is going to be Godzilla Unleashed, and I hope you all enjoyed the Bionicle Heroes playthrough. I will say it's better than the Cyber Sleuth playthrough, that's for sure. But I can't really harp on Cyber Sleuth too much. Cyber Sleuth is a fantastic game. Like, I'd play Cyber Sleuth over this, but I'm getting off subject. Again, I'll see you guys on the next playthrough as we stare off into the night sky and head off into a world full of monsters. See you guys then.